But wait, what happens when the man people called fire, the one pastors trusted, the one mothers pointed to as an example, is suddenly exposed? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear next will shock you to the core. And if you're still watching, don't just watch alone. Click follow and share this story so that others can learn the lesson Michael never thought would be told. One evening, after leading a fiery prayer video where people wept and rolled on the ground, Michael returned home. His phone buzzed with a message, one of those secret contacts he shouldn't have kept. His heart raced. He ignored it at first, but curiosity got the better of him. He opened it. By the time dawn broke, the same lips that shouted fire hours ago were silent, stained with guilt. Michael lived like this for years, a man torn between the fear of God and the grip of sin. But God, who sees in secret, was not blind. It happened on a Sunday morning. The church was packed for a special Thanksgiving service. The choir sang with joy, the congregation danced, and Michael, dressed in his neatly pressed white shirt and tie, prepared to lead the intercessory prayers. But before he could step up, the unexpected happened. A young lady stood up from the back. Her face was pale, her voice trembling, but her words rang loud in the microphone she had snatched from an usher. "Church, I have something to say," she began. The hall fell silent. All eyes turned to her. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she confessed that she had been struggling with guilt for months. Then, she dropped the bombshell. She revealed that Brother Michael, the prayer warrior, had been secretly involved with her. The church gasped. Some shouted, "It's a lie!" Others looked at Michael in disbelief. Michael's heart pounded. He tried to deny it, but the girl held up evidence, messages, screenshots, proof that could not be argued away. The sanctuary turned into a storm. People who once respected him now shook their heads in sorrow. Some wept openly. Michael's pastor, a man who had trusted him like a son, could barely stand. That day, Michael's secret was laid bare before the very people who had called him a man of fire. Michael was stripped of his leadership. He was asked to step down from all church activities. For weeks, he could not show his face in public. Neighbors whispered when he passed. Friends avoided him. His mother, who once boasted about her son, cried bitterly in her room. Michael sank into depression. Nights were the hardest. He lay awake, haunted by the echo of the girl's voice, the shock on the faces of the congregation, and the shame of his double life. But in the midst of his darkness, something unexpected happened.
One night, Michael knelt down in his room, not to prepare another fiery prayer for the crowd, but to cry out in genuine brokenness. This time, there was no audience, no congregation to impress, no fire to display, just a broken young man and his maker. "Lord," he wept, "I am finished. I am nothing without you. I pretended for too long. I thought I was strong, but I am weak. Please have mercy on me." For the first time in years, Michael prayed not as a warrior, but as a sinner desperate for mercy. Michael's journey back was slow. He stayed away from leadership, sat quietly at the back during services, and sought counseling. It took years, but gradually, the chains began to break. He learned humility. He discovered that God does not use a man because of his noise in prayer, but because of his purity in heart. Michael never regained the public glory he once had, but he found something greater, a genuine relationship with God built not on pretense, but on brokenness and truth. The story of Michael teaches us this. It is possible to look powerful in the eyes of men and yet be empty before God. It is possible to carry fire on your lips and still carry darkness in your heart. Appearances deceive men, but God searches the secret places. True prayer is not in the shouting, not in the sweating, not in the miracles that follow. True prayer is in a heart surrendered fully to God. Michael's fall reminds us that gifts may impress people, but it is character that sustains destiny. Michael's story is not just his. It could be mine. It could be yours. The gifts of God may draw crowds, but only character sustains destiny. So I ask you, dear listener, what secret in your life must be surrendered before it destroys you? If this story touched you, make sure you subscribe for more real life-changing stories like this. Share it so someone else can find healing in the truth. Because here, every story is more than words. It's a mirror for the soul.